All right, folks, part 2. We had a little bit of an end stream hit instead of a leave the studio, which is something I've always been scared of happening. But there we go, a little bit of inside baseball. But we do still have about a half an hour to wrap up the calls here. I want to get straight to Buckeye Mike, who's been waiting very patiently, and I really want to hear the Buckeye perspective on the big win for them tonight. Hey, Buckeye Mike.
Hey, John. You are too kind. Well, first of all, I want to make it very clear, really quick. I'm not here to bash. I'm not here to be negative. Look, we've all been there. Y'all just had a 4-game streak on us, and if it wasn't for today, we'd be looking at 5 for the first time in 100 years. So
that is a long time.
Yeah, and here's the thing too. It's like there's so much difference from our fan bases and our players. In a way, because I'm gonna skip to the end of the game, but I'm pretty sure I didn't see any flag planting.
No,
you're right.
They the Michigan players stood at the center of the field and didn't allow it. I will say though, I would have been fine if they did, because I think, in my opinion, I think the winning team should be able to plant their fucking flag, bro. Like it's our job to make sure you don't win. That's on us. You know, I think, and I'll be honest, I loved when we did it. So why the hell would I be upset if y'all did it? You know what I mean? So it is disrespectful, but it's also, in my opinion, I think it should be a part of the rivalry. Like winning on the opponent's field, especially your rival, like that's a big deal. I think the flag thing adds a little extra oomph, you know, to the, you know, you don't want them to disrespect your field and play your fucking ass off. Everything on the line.
Yeah, which is why when it happened last year, I was okay with the way that Sawyer reacted, because he was the only real one that really busted his butt last year. He worked his butt off, had to pick at the goal line. So if anybody was going to react that way, it was going to be him. Should have been him.
Yeah.
But anyway, about this game. So first of all, to touch on Bryce, Sharon Moore is the problem. You guys are right there, because look at the way that he played as quarterback under Biff Poggi during the Moore suspension. He was so much better.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna rewatch the Biff Poggi games, because like the season's done for me basically. At some point, I'm gonna rewatch the Biff Poggi games, and I think I'm going to see exactly what you're talking. Like I know, because I watched it. I know what you're saying, but I'm going to do a deeper dive, and I bet you're right, bro. I bet you there's some truth to what you're saying right now. You know?
Yeah. I think it's because Biff let the coordinators coordinate.
Yeah.
And I think Sharon is interfering with the offense. And I said this, and I'll say it again. If Sharon Moore wants to call the offense, then he should go full Lincoln Riley and be offensive coordinator. If you're going to keep this guy, Chip Lindsey, you're paying him what, $2 million a year? Let him call his offense. Yeah. And let him bring in his wide receiver coach that he wants to bring in. Don't stick him with one of the worst wide receiver coaches in all of college football. Let's call it what it is.
Because, I mean, overall, there's some bad reads by Bryce.
Yeah.
He made the wrong choices half the time. He threw the ball too quickly half the time. He should have ran when he threw the ball. He should have thrown the ball when he tried to run. He's just a complete mess. And honestly, now the more I think about it, he was right in the preseason when he said, "You're never going to see a freshman like me." Yeah, I've never seen a freshman play this bad, bro. So yeah.
Oh, all right. He's had good moments.
Yes, he's had good moments, but I don't
last
think.
Game.
9
last game.
9-5 ratio. Come on, bro. I mean, I understand. Here's the thing. I am giving him the benefit of the doubt, because he is, or well, as Johnny said, at this point, let's not call him that. He was a freshman. So I am, in that sense, giving him the benefit of the doubt. Second of all, I watched that pregame. I don't know if you guys caught any of the Fox pregame. What in the world crap was Dave Portnoy wearing? That was some crazy
What,
crap.
his jacket and his hat?
Yeah, the jacket, mostly the jacket, but the foam Wolverine hat, that was funny. That was funny.
Yeah. So I mean, he's just clowning, bro. You know, like, dude, Dave. I think like one thing about your fan base about Dave is you guys got like, maybe you're good with Dave, but a lot of your fan base fucking can't stand the guy, bro. He's entertainment. He's fucking playing a role. Like, do people not realize that like some of the shit Dave says even Dave doesn't believe? He just trash. He's just a shit talker, but he's playing a role. He's playing up to the role. Like he's being the fucking, dismissive Michigan fan who, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think your fan base unfortunately takes Dave too serious. Like he's just fucking around.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah. And I mean, to me, like, yes, at the beginning of the season, I was one of those Dave Portnoy haters, especially after, the Ohio State's pussies because they're the reason that Dave's not allowed in any of the stadiums.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But I mean, the more I watched Big Noon, he was on there. He's okay. He's playing, like you say, he's playing his role. He's a troll. He's playing his role.
Dude, I mean, to hit on that, Mike, you want to know the reality, though, that I don't think college football fans have grasped, especially those who oppose the Dave Portnoy thing. He is simply the college football fan all of us are on social media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's just relating to that, and that's what Fox is hitting on, right? Like, that's because, like, I know that, like, people are like, I can't believe Dave's even on Fox Big Noon Kickoff. Well, believe it or not, there's people who enjoy that, like, not just Michigan fans. Like, they think it's funny because he's just fucking trolling, dude. But like, also know this, he's pro Big Ten. You know what I mean? Like, he wants, he talks to the SEC but all right, but I know your time's, so I'll let you run with it, Mike. What else you want to hit on?
Yeah, so the other thing too is, okay, let's say that Jeremiah Smith touchdown wasn't a touchdown, which it was. It don't matter because the deficit's big enough. It didn't matter. Here's the thing. He had control. He took his 3 steps. At that point, he was a runner. He crossed the line with control of the ball. That step into the end zone does not matter. He broke the plane with control of the ball.
When he broke the plane, he didn't have control of the ball. But it doesn't matter. So? I don't think so.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. That was my whole point.
It wasn't a deciding factor, and no one here is making that an excuse. To be honest with you, what's funny, Mike, is when me and John did our initial analysis, we didn't even bring it up. Like, I completely forgot about it. Like, I mean, it was a big play in the moment, but fuck it, dude. Like, it wasn't the reason we lost.
Yeah, I could see if it was like 16-9,
right?
Or 23-16, and the difference is, well, if Jeremiah didn't score the touchdown, Michigan wins the game.
Yeah. Listen, well, momentum shifts are a thing.
They are.
That is the case. Like, let's say refs call that a touchback.
Yeah.
That is a completely different momentum situation than what we saw. Now, do I think that's enough? That would have been enough? Hell no. You guys beat us on both lines of scrimmage. We decided for whatever reason, let's not throw to the best wide receiver we have by far. Let's just not do that today. Sure. There were so many reasons we lost this game, but I do think it may have been closer if that didn't happen.
That's
but
the thing too. I don't know how you guys feel. But I absolutely, now, if 3 is the option, take the 3 unless you can get the 6. I hate leaving points on the board because that game, in theory, with all the points left on the board, should have been 35-21 Ohio State. But we got what we got, And here's the thing too. I want to mention real quick because I know I got to bounce. Barham should be grateful to the refs that they did not eject him because even the announcer said he could have and should have been ejected. You do not touch the refs because that's a prime example of what can happen.
Agree. Yeah, I mean, there's a 0 tolerance policy for touching refs. They boot players all the fucking time. I've seen less. I've seen a player put a hand on a ref's shoulder and get booted, bro. So I mean,
It was
It's,
very light, but it was there, but it was extremely light. But I think it was handled the right way.
Yeah, I'm not mad
It
at how they
was. I mean, at that point, like with the Jeremiah touchdown, at that point, you're just nitpicking. I mean,
the reality is they didn't want to. Well, to get to their credit though, they didn't want to be the deciding factor of the game. They wanted to let the game play. So I mean, to their credit, you know.
oh yeah.
But all right, Mike. Well,
But
appreciate
anyway,
you
I gotta
calling in, man.
bounce.
You're good.
I might call in again at some point. Have a good one, boys.
Mike, you're
Everybody
always
in the chat,
welcome.
if not already, follow these gentlemen. They are awesome. They are chill. John is a good friend of mine, and TJ, he's cool. Seems like so.
Thanks,
Give
man.
everybody a follow, and I'll see y'all when I see you.
All right, buddy. Don't be a stranger.
Later. Okay, some interesting points from the other side of the aisle here. And we do have another Buckeye.
Hey, John, fuck soon. That guy. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah. Look,
fuck that.
And I want to say everybody in chat, okay? Buckeyes get to talk their shit today.
Of course. Well, a little bit. You know.
We all know that if it was the other way around, we'd all be going on and we'd be cooking and we'd be going over to Menace and we'd be going over and talking our shit everywhere. We gotta let them talk their shit.
I was gonna be unbearable if we won, bro. I was gonna fucking every day do something to remind them 5 in a row. Like I had it planned. I was like, I'm going to be the most unbearable fucking Michigan fan to these Buckeyes, bro. They ruined it. I wanted to fucking be that guy this year.
All right, let's go. Let's go. We're back on the 5-minute timer. So let's try to everybody stick to 5 minutes. When you hear the buzzer, we'll get your final thought. All right, let's go to Block M. Block M, you are up. Thank you so much for waiting, and go Blue.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Look, I don't claim to know everything. I don't claim to be this, super knowledgeable football knower or anything. But I've been watching football a long time. I've been watching Michigan athletics a long time, and when I see this coaching staff, I just feel like they're never gonna get this thing done. I just don't have any confidence in basically the head coach. I think he's a good football coach. I think he belongs on a staff somewhere. But I don't think Sharon Moore's a head coach.
Yeah,
guys.
I know. I don't
think he could be. I think he could be at Central Michigan.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. He needs to, and I said this on a post game. I think maybe it was the USC game. I don't remember. He should be learning somewhere. I fucking hate saying this shit, bro.
I know it's tough.
He should be learning somewhere else, bro. It should not be here. It just shouldn't. And it sucks because I want him to succeed, dude. I really do. But
I don't have anything against him in any other way.
No way.
It's one of those things like you can just watch not only past Michigan teams, but other teams in this current sport and just watch the clock management, watch when timeouts are called, watch when substitutions are made. And it's just that halftime adjustments. And you just don't feel like that you're getting the best guy running the show.
I don't feel like I'm getting an advantage in the coach by our coaches. I don't feel our coaching staff is schematically getting us wins like you see with Indiana, right? Like that's just an excellent coaching. Like you want to see good coaching, look at Indiana. Look how well they fucking tackle. Look how they are just a fucking well-oiled. They're a really well-coached team, bro, and that's what coaches should do.
Right?
Indiana doesn't have what's their blue chip ratio? I should look that up, but
probably not a lot. I'm actually gonna look it up right now. But fucking dude, like that's what you want. You want somebody who makes your players play above even their talent level, and that's what you really want. And that's how 8%. You know you're.
It's
8%.
Wow, dude. And you know the rule is right. It's supposed to be above like 50 to be a national title contender.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of Michigan basketball. I feel like everybody knows that if you follow my Twitter account or anything like that. But I know the two sports are different, and I know circumstances and everything like that matter. But you got another guy that took over a major program relatively around the same time, and it was in bad shape. Like, they won 8 games the year before, and just look what a competent, confident, really smart coach can do in a matter of a year and a few months.
Exactly. Well, all right. So to the point, and I'm going to touch on we're going to hit on that Indiana thing again because I got the numbers in front of me. To your point, Black M, we saw what Juwan Howard did, right? And then we got Dusty. We saw, now listen, the team had a turnover issue, but we were winning. We won the Big Ten tournament. We made a little run in March. And now look at us this year. 1 year, right? Now he's in year 2. So he's developing. You know, we got some transfer portal additions. But what makes Dusty May great? He's excellent at player evaluations, man. That's why we have a nasty roster right now that is like fucking stacked and deep. But if we look at the blue chip ratio, to John's point, Indiana is ranked 45th at 8%. Okay. Y'all want to know where Michigan is? Michigan is 16th.
16th.
At 50. Now this says 50%. I have another thing that says 54. But regardless, who's doing more with less?
Yeah,
Cincinnati, by far.
Good coach. We don't have a good coach. We have a coach who's doing okay. He's not doing terrible, but he's just okay.
Well, and see, that's the thing for the glaring thing for me, and I'm not trying to say the guy's like you said, a terrible coach or anything, but what school in the Big Ten would give up their coach for Sharon Moore?
Right. Well, you're right. Well, I mean,
like I really don't think
Purdue?
I can name very many.
Wisconsin might.
Purdue?
Well, fucking yeah, Purdue might.
Michigan State, maybe.
Think about this too. What is Sharon Moore's real resume? 1 year as an offensive coordinator.
Right. I get he coached the offensive line to the
O-line. That's great.
Right.
It was great.
It's a good thing on your resume, but for me, it's just like that's really good enough to get you the head coaching job at Michigan.
Hey, hold up. It's not the coach, guys.
Oh, sorry. Well, then it's not.
Oh yeah, I'm
Sharon's
sure.
Good. Hey, shut the fuck up, Block Game. Sharon's good.
Yeah. I mean,
I stand corrected.
I don't even know what to say to things like that. Like
I know.
Based on what?
Hey, Block M, that timeout he did 2 seconds before the 2-minute warning, completely strategic. He's playing chess,
coaching.
Chess.
Oh, yeah, and it definitely helped him in the end.
Exactly, bro. It did. Yep.
It was such a that mean.
See, you want to know what that is?
I was.
Do you want to know what that is? That is somebody who wasn't even looking at the fucking clock.
Right.
He just called the timeout. Didn't even look at the fucking clock, bro.
Yeah, it's
he's in over his head.
And just some of the play calling today, like you could just tell when it was a Sharon call. It's like, oh, here they go, and it's.
Hey.
I don't know, man. It's just one of those things. It's like I don't mean to sit here and take a dump on the guy. It's just like there's that saying, can you say it out loud and really believe it? Like Sharon Moore will win a national championship at Michigan as the head coach.
See, all right. I will say I'm not out on that thought, though. I mean, it's possible. It's possible he builds this roster up this offseason. It's possible he gets better. It's possible the team's a playoff team. And it is like, here's the other thing, too. Listen, I do think Sharon Moore, I don't have a lot of faith in Sharon. Okay. I really don't. Okay.
Not anymore.
And I've said that for a few weeks now, but I think we can get enough talent here where he can potentially learn and get better. Like, I think it's very possible. But to win a national title, it doesn't look like it right now, but you never know.
I get it's possible, but it's just like, in my mind, for him to do that, he'd have to hit home runs on several coaching changes, several home runs on the transfer portal and recruiting.
Yeah, they need to knock it the fuck out. All right, I want to ask Emilian. I don't know how to pronounce
Zapata.
What? Yeah,
Emiliano Zapata.
If it's not coaching, You tell me. I want you put in the chat what you think it is because I'm curious what you think it is, bro.
Yeah, what is it?
It's
What
not
is
coach-
it?
What is the problem? Yeah, go ahead, John.
The head coach sets the standard. The head coach gets the staff, gets the just sets everything. I mean, literally, with the one exception being the donors now having more of a say.
He's in charge of everything.
But he's basically in charge of everything related to the program. And what you're saying is he's not ready. So here's the thing. The reason we're keeping Sharon 26 and probably 27 also is because Ward Manuel's a do nothing. So it would take a 3-9 season to get him fired next year, I believe.
No, you think so?
I think it would take a 3-9 season to get, and only because of how much of a do nothing our AD.
I honestly could see that maybe happening. Maybe not 3-9, but I could see him having a bad season these next couple of years. Maybe win 4 or 5 games. I really could.
My guy Ryan thinks we're going 6-6, but
you're wasting the number one. If that's the case, you're wasting the number. We are wasting the number one recruit that has ever come out of On3.
Brother, if I'll tell you this right now, if we don't make the playoffs next year, he should be fucking fired. Period.
Oh, absolutely.
I agree.
Yes.
Period.
If it were up, I mean, and the donors are gonna say that.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now. That's what we're pushing on this channel. And I don't give a fuck who doesn't like that. It should be playoffs
GT.
or you're fucking done.
Block M, you got a final thought for us?
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm just ranting, but I like TJ. I'm saying I hope that Sharon somehow, I don't know in what way he would like.
Yeah,
I feel like people will call me a hater or something like that, but I want him to do good. I'd love for Michigan to succeed, but I just don't see it, man. I feel like he's shown you who he is.
Mm-hmm.
I head coaches, like they have to take sometimes long periods of time to learn and be at their best and hit their peak. He's a young guy. I just don't see him hitting his peak here in 2 years.
It's like people think we want to do this. Like, here's the thing. In 2023, there's some OGs here who listened to the shows that I hosted in 2023. Very positive, especially when we got to the Ohio State game and the playoff. Very positive shows, right? Because the execution was there. Okay, we're not doing this because we just want to rag on the team.
No,
we want the team to be elite. We want the team
love
to
my
be
team.
top 5 to 10 a year, every year.
Listen, I love my fucking team, dude. Like, listen, I'm a big Lions fan. You want to know something? I'm hard as fuck on them because you know what? They fucked up. They didn't want to get an edge rusher opposite Aiden Hutchinson. They didn't want to address the interior offensive line issue. Now we're in fucking trouble. We can't, like, bro, I'm going to call, like, you know what I mean? Like, so to transfer to Michigan, same shit. We're going to call out the poor player evaluation. We're going to call out the gaps in the fucking roster we've been talking about all off season, John. Like the things we were talking about all Block M, you
all off season.
Guys,
everything we've talked about has occurred.
The 2024 season, they thought their professional coaches, they thought that we had a good enough quarterback room, and they were horrible.
Right. First red flag. There's your first red flag right there. And then I know, man. There's reasons. Listen, there are reasons to be concerned. Period.
That's where I'll just leave it at that. I hope that things get better. I really do. Hopefully next season they really surprise me and they're great. And
listen. I'm gonna tell you, your indicator, your barometer, your temperature marker will be how they approach this offseason. If they're serious about getting fucking better, we'll know. The moves they make, the coaching hires, the players they add, we'll know. And if they're not serious about it, we're gonna fucking know, and we're gonna call them out.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Like I mean, you know, we're gonna straight up say, hey, we know this isn't good enough. And then I'm sure we're gonna get some fans be like, you guys are crying. Like, shut up. Yeah, you're gonna be crying when we fucking lose to Ohio State again, motherfucker. Because we don't want to lose to Ohio State. Nobody wants to lose to Ohio State.
Nope.
The fuck.
All right, Block M.
All right, fellas. Have a good one.
Go blue. Go
Go
blue.
man.
All right,
Hey,
we are
Bucks,
keeping it.
hey,
There we go.
Why don't
Hoops.
we? Why? Block in. Why the fuck are we not playing until December 6th, bro? Like it's so far away.
Man. I don't know. It's such
So far away. I need happiness.
Right.
Lions are making me sad. Michigan's making me sad. I'm sad.
Right. I don't get it. It's gonna take forever.
All right, buddy. All right, man. Go blue, man.
All right, man. We'll see you.
Go blue. All right, that was Block M. We're gonna keep it moving here. Michigan, the Voice College Football. If you're just joining us, we did have to start a new stream. We're gonna take all the callers in the queue, and then we're gonna say sayonara for the night. Ohio State 27, Michigan 9 final score. Let's go to Jason Wire and get Jason Wire's thoughts on all of this. Hey, Jason.
Oh, man.
What's up, man?
You a Buckeye?
Yeah, I'm an alum.
All right.
I'm excited.
All right.
It's been
Cool.
4 years of
Yeah.
heartache, tears.
Mhm.
But for us to finally win, it's huge. And y'all won 4 in a row. It's
Yeah.
over with. With
It's
this
over.
streak,
Yep.
I feel like we're
It's
going to
over.
double it. Y'all won 4. Ryan Day's he's going for 8.
You going
He's
for
going
All
for
right.
a 2P too. But right now,
I love it. I love hearing it.
I think
go.
when Julian threw that pick, I won't lie, I got nervous. I'm like,
I
here
do.
we go again.
Bro, so on some real shit, Jason. I was like watching the game. I was trying to think like the Buckeye perspective, especially that first quarter, because we were getting some yards. We had the pick. We were about to go up freaking 10. Like we just couldn't get in the end zone. I was like, I wonder what they're feeling right now. Because it started to snow. It was cold. I was like, I wonder if they're feeling uncomfortable, man. So that was interesting. It worked out for y'all though.
No, I was at a watch party, so when y'all had the field goal, it was cool. But when he threw that pick, you could just feel like, what's happening? Here we go again. People was like profanity, just
For a couple minutes, it looked like it, and then
I know. We the first quarter was fun. That's it.
I can see people like the surrender Cobra in the first quarter. It was so crazy. But for us to win, I always say that we're gonna win every game, but like I don't know what it is about you guys. Like you guys, you bring it. And for Bryce Underwood to get only 68 yards, that's on coaching. That's on you guys. That was
63.
terrible.
Yeah, I know. I don't disagree. Listen, we agree, brother. I mean, we're not. Listen, we're not happy. We did not play
we
well.
have been
We're
going
good.
in on the coaching staff for most of the 5 hours.
Yeah. So I mean, listen, you guys won. You earned it. Last year, y'all earned your national title, and now you're about to go potentially on another run here. I mean, you got Indiana next. That'll be interesting. I mean, look, I feel you guys will win that game, but I know Kurt Sane is a damn good coach, so you can't count him out, you know. But at the end of the fucking day, man, you guys got the dub today, and it's your right. You know, you guys get to celebrate. Sucks though. Hey, let me ask you this though: what'd you think about like did you think you guys were in a flag plant?
I was too. When it got to like 3 minutes left in the game, I was too busy celebrating. I seen on social media that Brutus he blocked the M out.
He did, bro. Hey, when he did that though, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, oh, that's a fucking dope meme. Like we're gonna see that on social media.
That's kind of funny. Yeah,
it was badass, dude. He fucking X'd the M out and shit.
How did y'all's player not get ejected? He literally headbutted the ref. Like I don't know.
Was it a headbutt or was it more just like a little?
It was a touch. But I mean, I think honestly, bro, the same thing for like the touchdown, the fumble touchdown thing. I think the refs didn't want to be the reason for anything. I think they wanted to let the boys play. I think they didn't want to get involved. I was surprised at the lack of chippiness in this game, though. I mean, there was some moments, but I thought it'd be a lot more chippy, bro. I really did.
Yeah, that's what you like to see, just a good old fashion football game. I know for y'all it's time for y'all to get ready for basketball season.
We are in basketball mode. That's all we got right now. And in hockey.
Hey, y'all should have stayed in Vegas. Shoot some basketball. I seen Jalen Rose on the broadcast talking a lot of stuff. Y'all have a great team, but in terms of us, do you guys think that we could take down Indiana
for football?
Yeah, next week,
bro. Honest opinion, man. I think listen. You guys are the better team. Kurt's just a fucking good coach. So here's the reality too, though. You guys clearly have the talent advantage. But man, he's got them boys playing above their talent level. So like I'll say this. I really believe what I'm going to say. They're the only team I watched all year that I thought would give you guys a tough matchup. But I don't know how tough, and I don't know what that really means either. Like, we're gonna find out. I'm gonna watch that game. I will be rooting for Indiana. I'm gonna be a cuck, just like fucking Michigan State was for you guys today.
Why are you rooting for them?
That's what our team has put us to. We're like the Michigan State Spartans, and we have to root for Indiana.
Oh, when you guys play Alabama in the Rose Bowl, I was rooting so hard for Alabama.
Yeah.
I get it.
And when that dude, he dropped, I forget, like towards the end of the game, he dropped like the punt. I was like, let's go. And then he picked it up.
Yeah. Hey, that Alabama game was like the greatest game I've ever watched. But yeah, man. Listen, you guys, I'll tell you this though. This college football season, these teams are not that good. You guys have in my opinion, you guys have a nice path to another title. In my opinion. What sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you don't. But you do. You have a nice path. So we'll see. We'll see what you guys can do, man.
And then before I get off here, were you guys between Jeremiah Smith and Julian Sand in terms of their chances to win the Heisman, who do you think has a better chance, and what would they need to do next week?
Great question, man. I've not even really fucking followed it because my Heisman candidate got injured. I mean, dude, Julian Sane is on a legitimate historic pace, man. Like, I mean, I think he got the record today for the best completion percentage in a season, or maybe that carries into the bowl games. I'm not sure, but at least regular season, he might have broke that record today. I don't know, man. I mean, who do you think? I have not watched the Heisman race to really have a true opinion on it. To be,
I seen Mendoza walk up the field on Penn State. I seen Marcel Reed, walk South Carolina down. We haven't really had those type of moments.
Yeah,
so it'd be really interesting to see. And then for my final question, if you guys don't make the playoffs next year, would it be in 12 teams? What happens to you guys' coaching staff?
I'll tell you what I hope. I hope we fucking fire our coaching staff, bro. If we
not Tony Alford. He when I was in college, he used to let me interview him, so not him. But
yeah, no, we love Tony Alford. We love Tony. Tony's done his job, bro. He's got every running back who hits the field gets 100 yards, man. But like, no, we are big fans of Tony Alford. But bro, if we don't make the playoffs, I don't see the standard needs to be playoffs, man. And if we don't, then why are we keeping Sharon around, man? Like, I don't understand that shit. That would make no sense to me. But our university, John, tell him.
Well, here's the thing. There's what we want. There's what the donors want. And then there's what the AD and Board of Regents want. Right. And those are very different, diametrically opposed things. See, sometimes. And so I think what TJ and I are both in alignment with is if we miss the playoffs next year, we should fire Sharon Moore.
Fucking done, dude. Like, now, here's a crazy question. What if we went 9-3, beat Ohio State, and missed the playoffs? There's no way they're firing them.
No way.
No chance.
No way.
But I think it could be as bad as 6-6 next year.
Crazy. John,
and they keep Sharon Moore. And I'm not saying I want that.
John, I'll tell you right now, if that fucking happens, I'm losing my shit, bro. I'm losing my shit.
We're going in. But that's what's going to happen.
I know I'm at my 5 minutes, but this was my final question. Yesterday,
Texas, go for
it. They took down Texas A&M, and their excuse was, well, we only lost to Ohio State. You guys played Oklahoma. Y'all's excuse could be if we didn't schedule Oklahoma, we would technically be
potentially.
Yeah.
Potentially. Yeah, we'd be 2-2 right now.
Yeah. It's such a weak
Yeah, but that's my final question. I'm about to get off here, but that was why I wanted to call up because I felt like that was really interesting. But thank you guys.
Thanks, Jason.
Thank you,
go
man.
Buckeyes. And
go blue, buddy.
The championship is coming home, baby. Let's go.
We'll see, dog. Indiana's coming. Kurt's coming. Chill out. Kurt's coming. Hey, he's got every right. Fuck him though. He's got every right.
Yeah.
Fuck him, see, here's 100%. The problem. Here's the problem. Even if we were, they didn't even update our shit. Even if we were 10-2. Vanderbilt's 9-2, Utah's 9-2, Miami's like it's not even guaranteed we'd get in if we fucking won our non-con.
And let's be so for real. We drop the first round unless we get matched up with the G5.
Yeah, it's got to be the right matchup or we're fucked.
It's got to be like Lily Soft, like James Franklin's path to winning 2 playoffs.
It'd still be fun to be in though, man. Like I fucking love that. I love being in the playoffs.
Remember when that massive fraud got the easiest path to winning playoff games ever with SMU and Boise State? Like I could see that maybe winning a game like that.
Yeah. You talking about James Franklin?
Yeah. All right. Coming up next, who do we have next? We have Garrison is next. So we
Let's
got
go.
2 Buckeyes in a
Here we
row.
go. Here we go.
Garrison, you were
hear
at
us,
the
Garrison?
game.
Yeah, you're in Ann Arbor right now, ain't you? You in Ann Arbor?
Yeah, I'm in this poor dunk town.
Hey, you better check your food before you eat it, buddy.
First off, let me say this. Shout out to Zingerman's. I had a great Reuben today.
The Reuben rocks, man.
There's not a better sandwich shop. I know some great sandwich shops in the USA. There's not one better than Zingerman's.
Yeah.
First off, I want to start by saying this, guys. I'm gonna be vulnerable about this. I really am.
Okay.
There was a point in today's game when we hit that field goal for 27 points. We were up by 15 points, and at that point, like in my mind, I'm a football guy, and when you're up by 15 points, 14 minutes left in the game, there's still something left to be. First off, hit the like button. This is the best Michigan channel you're gonna find in college football. I have been seeing a lot of. I watched I pay attention to a lot of Michigan channels. I've seen a lot of channels fall off. This is the one channel that continues to grow, continues to progress, and get better. And John and TJ are the best at the fucking business, and I appreciate you guys. I love being able to be on the same network as you guys, and I love you guys.
Yeah, appreciate you, man.
I'll say this, man. Like I was at the game, and there was a point when we hit that field goal to get that 27th point. I looked up into the sky, bro, and I saw the snow falling down.
Yeah. And
I remember the 2021 game. It's snow, and of course that game is snowing. And I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I have friends, like my friend Bryce. You guys know Bryce. He has in his office a picture of the aerial view of the field with the snow falling on the field, everybody there. And I've called that one of the greatest photos of college football history.
Mm.
And to be able to like be in that environment where the snow was falling earlier than we thought so, and to see my team winning in that environment like that, dude, I'm not gonna lie, I started crying. I did, man.
Yeah.
I've been like, not including this game, I've seen Ohio State, Michigan 3 times in my lifetime, and all of them in Columbus. This is my first time seeing the game. I've been to the Big House plenty of times. This is my first time seeing the game in the Big House, and I got overcome with emotion.
Yeah,
and it was and I was surrounded by some awesome Wolverine fans, except for one. But I was surrounded by some awesome Wolverine fans. John, you saw I put in the chat. I got a few business cards out of it. It was pretty cool.
I saw that. Yeah,
it was pretty cool, man. And I met some cool fans today. Let me get to my list here. First off, whoever Block M was who called in, dude, you're a cool caller. By the way, you should call in more. You should call in more, Block M. You're a cool caller.
Yeah, he's got good takes.
Yeah, he's good. I want to say this. I had a lot of conversations about who had a better running back. TJ, if you don't bring your ass back up here, I'm gonna get mad at you. But John, I had a few conversations with a lot of Wolverine fans and talking about the running back position, about who was better between Bo and
Jordan Marshall.
Jordan Marshall. And I was talking to my boy Juju, and he said, "Well, Marshall was hurt." I said, "Listen, man, we've played this game before. When you take that field, there's nothing else to say. There's nothing else to say. If you take that field." And I thought Bo was awesome. Also, when it comes to the whoever wins the rushing battle game wins the game, we were kicking your ass before we were ahead of you in rushing yards.
Yep.
That's a fact.
Yep.
Andrew Marsh, zeros across the board. John, you're my guy. John, you were talking about bracketing him. And I said, and I didn't say your name, but I talked about, because you weren't the only one, John. I want to put that, you weren't the only one. But I said, I don't think there's ever a reason to do that to him. The offensive line for you guys, you guys got put in the Joe Moore award. I did, as a fan, I thought that my offensive line got slighted because we only give
I've always thought that was a
and I did want to
pretty
point this
BS.
out because a lot of Wolverine fans also were confused on why you guys were semifinal. Like, so I do want to like give you guys that credit for that.
Yeah.
But I thought the Ohio State offensive line did greater than I thought they would. Tegra, I mean, especially the right side of the offensive line. I was just amazed by them.
Me too.
I was amazed by them.
They played great, and I did think that was the matchup that might have favored Michigan. I said that with Chris Drew. I thought it would be a split trench where in terms of like who won what. Like I thought Michigan D-line would maybe be a little bit better than Ohio State's O-line. I also thought that Ohio State on the D-line would be better than our O-line with 3 redshirt freshmen.
You said that. I remember that, John. Yeah. I remember that, John. And by the way, Kobe, I will be at Fort Field tomorrow. West Catholic will be beating Notre Dame Prep in the state championship tomorrow. I will be there. No, John. Yeah, my sister's the athletic director there. Hey, let's go. Hey, Falcons, let's go, baby. All season, I have said that your DBs are Swiss cheese. I continue to be right. Every for some odd reason, John, I don't think there's anything to talk about. I think that when you look at the games,
Jair Hill had a pretty okay for like.
He had a good first half. He had a good first half. I think he had a good first half.
The first quarter, the first quarter made me think, okay, there's hope, right? This is looking like, okay, Michigan's keeping it tight. Jair Hill's performing best game of his career right now. The DBs are the one area that I thought, okay, they're performing above what I expected. Then, to your point, everything goes off, and probably because you guys won the time of possession.
Oh, sorry, John. I chatted from you guys, but sorry.
Yeah. Oh, you're good. But you guys had a 40-minute time of possession to our 20-minute. When the defense stays out on the field that long,
crazy.
It is crazy, and so the defense gets tired. Like it's that simple. You guys own that.
The weather thing, as much as I kept hearing about the weather, right? I felt like Wolverine fans forgot because the weather thing comes from the The weather thing from Wolverine fans to Ohio State fans has to do with the passing game. And I feel like Wolverine fans forget that C.J. Stroud threw for 349 yards in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
And so I never thought about that. I thought that, again, another California quarterback goes out there and does his thing. Now I want to say this. When it comes to the red zone, right? Mm-hmm. And this, when it comes to rivalry games, I personally try not to bring up too many stats but I think there are specific stats that mean a lot.
Yep.
The one that I kept pushing was that you guys were 102nd in the nation in the red zone, which is terrible. There's 134 teams in programs in college football, and that Bryce was from the 39 to the 21. I'm sorry, to the 20, and from the 19 to the end zone, he was 50%. Period. And I said, well, I don't know how you. I was like, I don't know how you guys didn't score. And I'll talk to my guy Juju, and you guys know Juju. He said, well, a lot of people thought that you guys could run the ball. I had one Wolverine fan tell me that he thought you guys were running for 220 yards on us. And I said, dude, I don't know where you're getting this from. And in the red zone, John, I'll be honest with you, bro. When I was at the game, when Julian threw that stupid pick, and you guys kicked the field goal, at that moment, I said, we're winning this game.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have great feelings about it when I was live on the members show.
And listen, it was a great watch, man. For me personally, I'll personally say, man, it meant a lot. It meant a lot. And I think that, well, first let me say this. Whatever you saw in the 90s in the Michigan dominance, and whatever you saw in the main part of the 2000s for Ohio State's dominance, you're not going to see that anymore. You're going to see a lot of competitive games. I think today was just Ohio State's day. And speaking of day, you know, you guys joked a lot when us Ohio State fans would talk about Ryan Day winning that championship and what it does for his psyche and how he's gone about this game and how he has talked about it. I've said it, you know, on the offseason, you know, and shout out to Ryan Stanos because he's doing great work right now doing in journalism. But we had not an argument, but a disagreement when I told him, I say, listen, when I saw Matt Patricia, you know, his beard's not as long. He's lost some weight. Shout out to Ozempic. His hat's not backward, it's forward, and he's smiling more. I said, I can tell when, like, you can look at someone's mannerisms and see something's different. And I thought that about Ryan Day.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought after that Rutgers game, when he was smiling, talking about this game, I said, "Oh no, he's got it. He's got it." Man, I'll tell you what. To win the game like this was spectacular. Julian Sand was awesome today, and the worst part about it, John, is that because Julian Sand didn't decide to be like Mendoza and play like crap for 3.5 quarters, throw an interception to put his team in harm's way, and then come back and win the game. He might not be the Heisman winner. Like, I feel as though this was supposed to be his Heisman moment. Like, I kept preaching on Ohio State, the voice of college football. If Ohio State fans want Julian Sand to have his Heisman moment, you want Michigan to keep winning. You want that. And you guys did. Don't get it twisted. You are a good football team. But you know, John, and I want to hear your thoughts on this. I had a conversation with TJ over the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you know, if I told you that Michigan, let's say roles were reversed, and I told you that Michigan had the most accurate quarterback in college football history, and a top 3 historic defense, and a Buckeye fan in your position, if it was the same, said we will beat you, you would call us insane. Man, we did it.
Yeah.
We did it, and we didn't do it in close fashion. John, excuse my French, we whooped the dog shit out of you guys. We whooped the dog shit out of you. And I was in that stadium. And I heard how silent it was. And I was able to scream OHIO with no, and mind you, I was around some great fans, some kind people.
That was sad. the amount of Buckeyes that were just able to.
Yeah, but I missed the beginning of the show. But John, from you personally, I want to know, like, because I do need to go back and watch it on TV. Like, what were your thoughts watching this game?
I thought that a lot of the issues that we've isolated throughout the entire season, where people called us whiners, and people said you should just you're not being good fans. We saw those same problems today.
Well, by the way, John, real quick, and that's what makes you and TJ so great, is because you guys are fans, not fanboys. I just want to say that to you guys.
We want our team to be better. We want our team to be at the level, like at an elite level program, right?
Yeah.
And so that's the place that we're all coming from. And I think that today, in the first quarter, it kind of felt like, oh, wait, could Michigan actually, with a bunch of 18-year-olds, pull this off? Because the first quarter, it was going back and forth, and Michigan was ahead 6-0. And I thought, okay, could they pull it out? Could they pull out another crazy? The thing is, last year was such just a shocking. Like, I don't think people realize how shocking last year was, because we all predicted Ohio. Like, TJ and I both predicted Ohio State to win.
You guys did
last year. Yes, we did. This year, I thought, okay, better quarterback, better offensive coordinator, better wide receiver, because the bar was in Hades on that from last year. Defense took a big step back, especially interior D-line. So I thought, okay, if Michigan keeps this a very close game, then we've got a shot. And what I didn't realize was just that you guys were going to absolutely dominate the trenches on both lines.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that Jordan Marshall was going to go out and kind of come back in and try, and because he was reported to be 100%. Clearly wasn't. Another misrepresentation. I don't want to point any fingers, but we've been getting a lot of that from the coaching staff. We've been getting a lot of that from the media insiders, whatever you want to say. But the reality is, we weren't ready to play today. We didn't have the game plan, and you can point to a lot of things of why, but I just think that a good head coach prepares their team for any scenario. And I don't think that the coaching was there today. I don't think the execution was there today. I think Bryce has taken a step back. I think that the receiving game, I think there's some coaches that we're gonna want fired pretty quick. And we've been it's the same names we've been saying all season: Ron Bellamy, JB Brown, right? These are people who are not pulling their weight as a coach. But then whose fault is it at the end?
The head coach
goes to the top, goes to Sharon. And so I want Sharon to have a similar situation as to Jim Harbaugh, where he gets another year, but the donors I expect will be saying make changes. Like you can't just keep everybody again. Okay? Because this needs, we didn't spend $12 million on a quarterback to go 9-3 and miss the playoffs.
Right.
Just wasn't good enough today.
By the way, I want to shout these guys out. Shout out to Andrew. If you guys follow him on X, it's ULBIM updates 247, and shout out to AD also. He's also a big Wolverine page. Those guys, Wolverine fans, they invited me to their tailgate. Great host. Had a great time with them. It was an awesome time. TJ,
yeah.
Are you there?
TJ? Yeah,
well,
he's been in and out.
Yeah, well, I've been here for now a good amount of time now. But again, I just want to say good game to you guys.
Appreciate it.
It's never tough watching. Listen, man,
Good
if you're a
game.
Buckeye, if you're Wolverine, it's never tough watch your team lose this game. It's not.
That's why they call it a rivalry. It's supposed to go back and forth.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, man. Like this game today, I was very emotional about this game when it happened. I mean, just being in the stadium. Like as soon as I walked in, John, I just looked around, man, because I've been to this game. I've been to this game 3 times before, only at Columbus. Never saw it in the big house. I looked around, man, and just smiled because it was awesome to be there. It really was, and you can't take these wins for granted, man. You can't. And it was funny because I had to explain to my girlfriend. I said, because she's a Michigan fan, but she's not a huge fan.
House divided, huh?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. But I told her, I said, babe, I said, you gotta understand, it's funny because I kind of caped up for Michigan fans. I said, you gotta understand, today kind of ruined a lot of people's days. Kind of did. And
Ohio State had to deal with that the last 4 years, and now we're dealing with it. No, and we're going to be hearing it from everybody, and it's deserved.
No, and John, I'll tell you what, man. I don't know if you know the story, and I'll get out of here, man. Last year, my family, with the understanding that we were going to beat you guys last year, we moved our Thanksgiving to a Saturday, and it wasn't a happy household, man. It just wasn't. It wasn't, and
yeah.
But you know what, man? At the end of the day, this is football.
Yep.
It happens, and how firm thy friendship, Ohio. You guys have a good rest of your show. Again, everybody, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you would like to, and you should, become a member here at Michigan The Voice College Football, because what John and TJ do here, man, it's different than what you get anywhere else. We call the voice of college football, which means you also have a voice here. There's a lot of shows out there, a lot of Michigan shows out there, but you might not have a voice there, but where you have a voice here. That's what makes it so special here. That's what makes these two so special here. Appreciate you guys. TJ, you've been avoiding me. I understand it.
Bro.
I'm joking.
I'll give you a call. I'll give you a call later.
No. We'll talk. We'll talk soon. We'll talk tonight.
Yeah.
But no, man.
Yeah, I'm actually, to be real with you, I'm pulling an all-nighter tonight. So
but I'm very serious when I say this because I've looked around like it was over the week, guys. And goodness, I'm gonna get out of here, but I want to big you guys up real quick. Over the week, I've gone over some pages, whether it be on 3 Michigan pages, whether it be 247 Michigan pages, whether it be who the fuck ever.
Yeah.
No one's better than these two.
Bro,
and Johnny also, when he's here on Thursdays, you're not finding anything better than what you get here at Michigan, the Voice of College Football, if you're a Wolverine fan. So I truly encourage you guys to continue to be here as you should. Post it, share it, like it, subscribe to it here, man. It don't get better than here. Not for a fan base, it don't get no better than here.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, John, Garrison. TJ, man.
Hey, I'll give you a call, Garrison. But yeah, no, I appreciate kind words, brother. And you know what's crazy though, before you go? All the shit, and I know you watch our stuff from time to time. Bro, all the things, Steve knows.
Buckeye Steve.
Steve loves giving me shit, but he knows. Bro, all the shit we were like, the concerns, the red flags, the fucking, or what, bro, it all.
I was right.
No, I'm talking about me and John. Like the shit we were bringing up with our team. You know what I mean?
You guys have been on it.
You were right. There's actually a lot of things you were right about. To be honest.
No, but you guys don't okay, I won't say his name, John or TJ, because you don't like when I do it on here. But you guys don't sunshine pump. You don't do it. And like you guys don't say that this year's defensive tackle room is equal to last year's.
I know.
So but you guys are so good, man. You guys are so good. You guys are the creme de la creme of this network. That's why I try to mirror. I attempt to mirror what I do on my channel and what you guys do here. So appreciate you guys, man.
Appreciate you.
Who said go
Thanks,
blue?
Don. There's a go blue in there. There we go. Okay.
Oh man! All right, you guys. I'm still gonna listen. TJ, I'm gonna be up all night, man. Call me.
Yeah, me too. I'm up all night because of the storm, so I'll be up. But all right, brother, we'll talk.
Hey, everybody, if you're out there, please drive safe, please. All right, see you guys.
Facts. All right, later.
Go blue.
No.
Get out of here.
All right.
Finish, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I wanted to let Garrison say his piece. I think. I think it's fair.
Yeah.
He earned the right to talk his shit.
Bro, they do. They got the right to do it.
Don is another Buckeye and is saying always showing love to John D and TJ because we do try to be fair. I mean, yeah, we're fans of our team. We also try to be fair and point out where our team's lacking, where other teams aren't. And then, that's what we tried to do on Tuesday. We tried to talk about everything.
Buckeye Battle Cry wants to make sure you don't miss a super chat.
Oh, I'm just going in the other because I like that one after Garrison's thing. But
what is the
Buckeyes? What? Okay, you need to because I don't remember it, but I'm willing to. If it sounds fair, we'll go with it. What was the bet?
We made one with Chris. I know we made one with Chris.
Chris drew for the having. I have to say, go Bucks on a video clip.
You just did it. You're done. Yeah, I know.
But let us know what it was. I mean, I genuinely don't remember, so please let us know. And we'll
shut the fuck.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up,
Calvin Dickerson. I'm a Michigan fan from Detroit. The expectation is too high for this team. Not to say they should be seeing. We have a coach learning as he goes. Yes, we have a coach. We have a coach on the job training right now.
We are as it goes, yeah.
And that's legit.
But I mean, what do you mean? Like, what does it mean though? The expectations are too high. I mean, the program should have a standard, right? Like, does anyone want to be Michigan State? What? I don't remember this bet, brother. I'll be real with you.
We bet $50 each.
I mean, I make bets, but I don't think I put any money on this game, bro. I'm not sure. Let me know when we did the bet.
Yeah.
If you can let us know. I mean, I'll pay it if you can show me the fucking time we did it, but
yeah,
I
will too. I agree.
I really am not sure I put money on it, but maybe I did. When was this? Was this like August or some shit? Because I don't recall.
Yeah. Jogger memory, but that's. I mean, it sounds like a bet I would be willing to do, but.
Well, I'll be real with you though. I was actually not making any money bets on this game because I wasn't 100% sure. Like I felt we could win, but like I wasn't.
It was after Signgate after the signs.
It's so far ago. It might have.
Okay, I'm just throw the Venmo.
Good luck finding the clip, bro.
Throw the Venmo. I'll
hey,
pay
who was
up.
the 100? Who was the 50? I'm sure I was the 100 probably.
Yeah, I know.
It's possible we did. I'm not saying we didn't, bro. I just don't recall at this current moment. We've had a long season.
Yeah, throw the Venmo. Either DM it to us or whatever, and I'll send it to you right away.
Well, hey, let us know who's the 50, who's the 100. I'm pretty sure it's probably me on the 100 though. That sounds like something I would.
It sounds like 50 each is what.
Oh, was it 50 each?
Yeah.
Oh, it was 50 for actually. All right, that sounds more realistic. Well, hold up. I don't even know what. Like, who the fuck do I send it to, bro? You gotta like.
That's what I'm
DM
saying. Like, you got to give us a Venmo.
Go on Twitter and DM me.
Yeah, I'll send it right away once we have Venmo. Anyway, even though I don't remember it, I'm gonna take your word that
I think I kind of remember.
50 sounds right. I think like that sounds like
I kind of recall the Signgate. Like that would make more sense if it was then because it's possible we did. I think we probably did.
Let's so we've got the super chats. Let's go ahead and go to Keegan, who's been waiting very, very, very patiently. Keegan, go blue.
What's up, Keegan?
How we doing?
What's up? Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough act to follow up with Garrison's last call.
Yeah,
he did so well with that.
Did he?
I
missed it.
Yeah, he missed it. It was okay, but so I realize y'all are content creators and you have to say your piece on what you see. So I get that, but my message is for the Michigan fan base, like. We can't change who our coach is. We have what we have. And you can speculate on whether or not we should have done that or not. But we have what we have. And it's going to be for another season. So, like, the fire Sharon stuff is not helpful. It hurts recruiting. Yeah. You don't want to prematurely fire a coach. It doesn't help your program at all. What you want is if that happens, you want a smooth transition to where you have a good recruiting class and then you make a decision later if that is what has to be done. So, and I agree with what TJ said, getting back to y'all. I agree with what TJ said earlier about there still is a chance for Sharon to get better. Mm-hmm. So you can't throw that out. And I appreciate the logic and sentiment of the callers and Ben Baller. And like, I get it, man. We all have eyes and a brain. Mm-hmm. But you can't prematurely fire a coach. There's no good end to that because we have what we have. So you have to support what you have until something changes. That's what I got. I don't have much, guys.
Well, Keegan, I think there's some. Listen, I 100% agree with you in the sense of it doesn't help recruiting. I mean, it for sure is not a value-added component from the fan base. But, dude, like, I don't believe in just accepting what you have because you have it. Like, let me ask you this, Keegan. Do you think there's more pressure on an administration if the fan base is accepting or not accepting of a current situation?
I don't think it matters because he only lost 3 games. I don't think it matters.
Important games, I would argue. But the other thing too is like, if we're really thinking about it, right? If Sharon, or let's take your position. Let's say the fan base is supportive of Sharon Moore. Okay, does it change the result? Don't we lose him anyways, which hurts recruiting? Isn't it potentially possible? I'm just throwing this out there. I love debating, Keegan. So
right.
I'm just playing the
fire away.
Here. Is it potentially possible that by the fan base, by being vocal, may speed up the process, which could get us to a better destination quicker? Possibly.
Well, what happens is everybody brings out their pitchforks, and then you have a long-term distaste from the fan base, and it hasn't been long enough where everybody is like packing their bags, and we're not there yet. So
No.
like we have what we have,
Yeah.
and we made the decision that we made
Yep.
for better or worse, and now we're stuck with it. So you're better off. What's up?
No, I'm listening. You're right. I'm hearing you. Go on.
Yeah, so you're better off just supporting what you have and letting it play out as it may.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I think we all know that he's getting next season, so there's no point in saying fire Sharon because he's not going to be fired. Okay, the reason is partly because I don't think Ward would anyway, but I also think that it's a bad year to be going on a coaching search when Lane Kiffin is the belle of the ball. He's 1-0. He's about to get $100 million from LSU. He got courted by Florida. Ole Miss is trying to keep him, but I think he's going to LSU for like $100 million. Okay, so that's the gold. And then you got, like, who would Michigan get? Matt Campbell? Jed Fish? DeBoer would be an enormous stretch. You're looking at probably a Matt Campbell. That's not really, I don't think, a huge improvement. And so I think Sharon gets another year. And Sharon needs to make, and I think the donors will demand that changes are made in the coaching staff, especially people like Ron Bellamy and JB Brown.
Well, also by saying, but can I also like be, while John was talking, I had a thought.
Go for it.
You don't think Sharon Moore, Sharon Moore sees it. So is it potentially possible, Keegan, that it fucking makes Sharon Moore more aggressive in making the right choices for the program?
Yeah, it definitely could. That's what happened to Jim Harbaugh. So what Sharon needs to do.
Actually, great point, man. See, look, so that kind of like destroys your argument because look at what it did to Jim Harbaugh. Lit a fire in his ass, and we had a fucking great run.
Well, it did that, but also Jim Harbaugh looked for help. He realized he couldn't do it on his own. So
he went to his brother.
Yeah. So Sharon needs to use that same process and look for help.
I don't like this quote where Sharon Moore after the game said, "We'll look at the film and see exactly what it is, but you don't want this feeling again. 365 days a year, figure out ways to win this game along with all the other games. We'll look at the film and see exactly what it is." Really? Like,
what do you mean? It doesn't rub me the wrong way, but go on.
You don't. I mean, I get you. I mean, of course, watching film after is standard protocol. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying you really didn't see that Bryce has regressed. You didn't see that Andrew Marsh got 0 yards today. You didn't see that like there are fundamental problems across the board in almost every position and undisciplined football being played. Like, you didn't see that?
I mean, he gave a vanilla answer, bro. He's not going to, I mean, I think he knows more than he's saying. I mean, obviously he knows.
I would hope so.
He's not, the problem with Sharon too, though, is like, I love coaches that are more transparent in the sense of like I would have loved Sharon today to be like, this isn't good enough. This isn't the Michigan standard. We got to do fucking, like, own your shit, bro.
Yeah.
Own your shit and then do better. That'd be nice to hear as a fan.
He's got to learn how to be a shrewd dictator.
Yes, yeah. I don't know if he is a dictator. I think he's a he tries. He
buddy.
just seems like it's more like an
Friend.
uncle or
Yes.
an older an older brother or like it just feels like the wrong. Like look at Signet. Signetti is just going after, and maybe this is the extreme, but when a player doesn't do what Signetti wants, he's giving them an ass chewing Nick Saban style.
Right.
How many times you saw Sharon do that one time this year? He did it one time the whole year that I saw on film.
That's what it's like when you when you're going for excellence, you have to be shrewd. So that's going to have to develop with Sharon. But like the point being is he can develop and he can look himself in the mirror. He can look to help. He can look to Jim Harbaugh, and then Jim Harbaugh can ask other people, what can we do to fix this? Like he's got to look himself in the mirror. And my whole point in calling is like you don't have to, like we can't change it. We've got who we got, and we've got a recruiting class that's about to close. So it doesn't help anything to just fire away at this isn't to y'all because y'all have to talk about
you're free to voice your opinion, brother. Yeah. But
like for the fan base, like you can't call for somebody's head. Y'all can do that as content creators all day long. But as a fan base, you can't do that.
I don't know
unless it's some of the assistant coaches' heads, but not sure.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, because I don't. Yeah, but like I don't know, man. I think like as a fan, if I don't support what my team's doing, why would I just accept it? You know?
Yeah, that's fair, and that's why like I respect where people are coming from. Like I said like the same things privately, but I'm saying it doesn't help.
Mm-hmm.
The situation is what it is, and it doesn't help. You're better off trying to find the silver lining and just let it play out.
Yeah. Well, look, one thing I fully agree with you on is that the fan reaction to this team, it's not, dude, the recruits, they're on social media. They see all this shit. Okay. They see all of it. I know they do. I've had parents DM me about things like, but I don't know. I really am not of the opinion that a fan should not voice their opinion if they're not happy. Now, Grant, there's one thing about, there's also like, a fan can cross a line. Like that's clear.
Yeah. I want to say publicly right now, nobody better be pulling an Ohio State on this, who's listening to this.
Right.
Leave Sharon alone. Leave his family alone. Leave the coaches alone. I swear if I hear one person, I'm going off on him because that's not okay. And when I heard that happen to Ryan Day, I was not happy. Because I think that's way overboard. Like it's one thing to say, "Hey, might need to Bellamy to go to maybe a couple of assistant coaches might need to be replaced." That's one thing, okay. But like let's make sure. And I think this is something. Just let's please remember it's football, and like there will be next year. We'll get another crack at them in Columbus. Hopefully we shore up a lot of the issues by that point.
Yeah, what people are afraid of is that this can't be fixed. And I get that. But you can fix a lot of things by recruiting studs, and you can fix a lot of things in the transfer portal. So even if like the in-game decisions and just overall aren't what we would expect to see out of a great head coach at Michigan, it still can be corrected over time. So if you get the studs, which we can do through recruiting and NIL, and for the love of God, a lack of injuries, Sharon Moore can still pull this off.
Yeah, I agree.
In the meantime, we just need to hang in as a fan base and let it play out. We can't sell out, even though we don't like what we see. We can't put the blinders on, but it has to play out. Just let it play out.
I agree. I agree. I agree. If Michigan has a great offseason, they make the right hires in the coaching staff, they add the right talent, I think we could be a playoff team next year. I don't think that's even. I know the schedule's harder, but but the team has, like, it's not far. It's not far from being good. It just needs to be tighter. It needs a little more talent, and we can be a playoff
More
team.
discipline.
And Bryce needs an off season, man. He needs an off season. He needs help. He needs help. And I don't like people selling off Bryce because he's a freshman. We all knew what we were getting into when we all hoped that he would be the starter, and it didn't pan out. We hoped that he would persevere at the end of the year and become who we thought he might be, but it doesn't always work like that in college football. These are young men, and it takes time. Some people it's sooner rather than later, but like most people aren't going to come out as a true freshman and just like blow it up. You think if they started Julian Sayin as a true freshman, he would have blown up? Like,
Fair
no.
point. Same with JJ McCarthy.
Look at I'm leaving Tennessee, and look at the UCLA quarterback out of Detroit. Like, it doesn't work like that. These guys need time.
Dante Moore was at UCLA.
Yeah, Dante Moore.
He didn't do very well, but then he went to Oregon and he did because he had time. Exactly.
Yeah, so just got to give it time, guys. And it's a cheesy take. We see what we see. What's up?
I was just, I don't know, man. I mean, we gave him time this year, man. I mean,
who?
Sharon. I mean, like he had this year, and he, I don't know. I mean, Keegan, I just want to prepare you. You do know we're about to go into an off season where the fan base is about to be fucking unsatisfied. Like Keegan, I know you are a regular. It
depends, though.
You're an OG here, bro. Like, you're in the call-in show all the time. You're always a part of the community. You know how this is going to go in the off season, bro. Like, the fan base is going to be restless.
It depends, though. How does the transfer portal go? How does the closing of recruiting go?
Yes.
We have people that are going to be not injured on the line next year. Rod Moore may be back. It could be a powerhouse. You don't know, and like if it is a powerhouse, then like, are we in the James Franklin situation? If we are, I don't really mind it. Like, I don't like it.
No. Wait, what do you mean? Keegan, we can't fucking be a James Franklin. Never fucking get to the mountaintop. Like, he plateaus, man.
Okay. Would you rather be a James Franklin or a Brady Hoke?
Clearly James Franklin. But
why does that have to be the choice?
John, you're right. Why is it even an option, Keegan? Like,
why can't we go for the best?
We could get Kurt Signetti, damn it. We don't got to settle for Brady Hoke.
Well, we can't anymore.
Yeah, Indiana locked his ass up, but
we cannot accept what is given to us, bro. We have to push back. Like, when King George was taxing us, bro, we can't fucking just accept that shit, man.
I'll be straight up fair. If you could cut bait right now and grab a great coach, do it. But that's not what's going to happen.
You're right.
We have what we have.
Unless Queen Jolene's like, you know what? I'm getting Nick Saban and
not happening.
I mean, if there's someone who could do it, it might be the richest man in the world. It could.
Stop.
I mean, why wouldn't it?
Yeah, 25
I'm not
million
saying
a
it's
year.
Because
gonna
there's
happen.
too
I'm
many
just saying it
politics
couldn't.
at play. Michigan
what?
would never do that.
Hire Nick Saban?
No, they wouldn't. The AD, the
I'm
regents,
not
they would
sure.
not give
It's
up on
NIL era.
Sharon.
I don't see a red flag with that. Nick Saban plays, If you
No.
told Nick Saban, hey, I'm gonna make you the highest paid head coach and I'm gonna give you the most resources in NIL than any other program, he'd come here. But it doesn't matter because we got Sharon another year.
Yep, maybe 2.
No,
Yes.
not under my watch. No, we don't.
Well,
I will be holding marches on fucking Main Street.
okay.
As a fan base, we will be wearing fucking Fire Sharon shirts if he fucking fails next year.
I'm with you. I just know
really
this administration.
Huh?
I know this. I know how this administration works. Sharon plays ball. He plays the politics game well. He works with Ward much better than Harbaugh did. And so guess what? He's going to stay. He's going to go. He could go 6-6 next year and get 2027. And I hate it, but that's exactly. I think that would happen.
I disagree, John.
Well,
okay.
To John's point, though, I hate what he's saying. By the way, like I fucking don't like it. But to John's point, Ward almost kept Juwan Howard after the worst season in men's basketball history. But because of the fucking issue between John Sanderson and his son and how that whole thing was handled, it pushed the program over the edge where they had to let him go. And then apparently, per Sam Webb, Ward Manuel didn't like Juwan Howard's NIL answer, saying that he needed NIL to be competitive. And apparently that's why Ward got rid of him, which I think is complete fucking bullshit, because here's why I think that. You promised Dusty May an NIL package when to get him from Louisville. So wait a minute, you fired Juwan because he mentioned NIL, but then you promised NIL to Dusty May. It doesn't add up to me. But whatever, it is what it is. They almost hung on to him though. And he had the worst season in men's basketball history.
Dusty May is a great example.
I'll find Kurt Signetti.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a Kurt Signetti out there. We got to find the next one. But anyways, Keegan, all right, let's get a final thought here, brother.
Yeah, that's it. Go Blue. Appreciate y'all taking my call.
Appreciate you, Keegan. Have a good night, man.
All right, y'all too.
Later.
I feel like I bummed Keegan out. Keegan got sad. It sounded sad at the end of that phone call.
Maybe with the donors and Jolyn, they aren't going to accept a 6-6. Maybe. Maybe my head got too focused on pre-NIL era for a second. But I still think it takes a lot for Ward to move on from a coach.
I don't disagree with you, but I don't know. We're going to find out. You might be right, man. But I think with the NIL era, maybe things are a little more aggressive. I don't know. We want to hit the super chats, John?
We have let's see, two additional super chats since last time we read them. So Go Blue, I was there today. We look scared in the play calling. Will we lose Bryce due to coaching malfeasance? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't. I really, we talked about it earlier in the show. I don't have my concern level for losing Bryce is 0. I believe Michigan's going to put weapons around him. There's going to be another. I mean, at the end of the day, it wasn't a bad year. We were 9-3. We just got to get that kid some talent around him. And the truth is, Michigan needs to invest in a true quarterback coach who can help Bryce, because he needs some development, bro. Like he's a true freshman who's 18. He's got some growth to. He's got to grow. He's got to develop. So
I feel like a broken record because it feels like we've said this for almost 2 years now. But what do they need to do? Shore up the O-line, get a dedicated quarterback coach in there. We were saying get an alpha wide receiver. We were saying this stuff.
I know.
Last offseason.
I know. I know. I want him. I'm still waiting for my alpha wide receiver that I can count on. I'm still waiting. I'm still one day, maybe.
And I think Marsh could be, but I don't know what happened today that they just.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure Marsh is I think Marsh is very good, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know. To be determined on Marsh if he can be the true wide receiver 1 alpha that no matter what can get a ball. I mean,
he'll be Z next year probably, or slot at worst. but probably
Yeah.
Z.
Probably.
Connor with the 5. I watched for 2 hours, took the kids to the zoo, came back, and the boys are still going. Thanks for the channel, gentlemen. Thank you, Connor, for watching and being here.
It is a fucking honor to be able to host a show that y'all. This is bothering me. Hold on. It's a fucking honor to host a show and be a part of the community with y'all, talk ball. And what's also the most appreciative is when you guys show appreciation, because it's nice. It's nice to hear that we're bringing y'all something that you enjoy, so that's what it is. And just real appreciative of that. So thank you, Connor.
Absolutely. Let's take our last caller of the night, 2022 Bobber, who actually has some interesting takes on the administration and ward manual on the stuff kind of above Sharon Moore that we've been talking about. Hey, 2022, how you doing?
Good. How are you folks?
We're doing all right, buddy. How you doing, man?
Hanging in.
Hanging in there. I really appreciate you folks taking my call. I've been a Michigan fan for a really long time. TJ, I've got some questions for you. I'm going to shoot a whole bunch of things out there, so it's going to be shotgun. And I'm really hoping you gentlemen will talk and maybe elaborate on some of the things that I don't understand.
Okay.
And first of all, I do want to say, too, I really love your show. Really love hearing some of the people talk, especially Keegan. He had some great takes. And I do agree with some of the things that he says on not taking things too far, not going out and preaching the fire Sharon Moore. I do think just like any other organization or any successful program in history, there's a lot of politics involved, right? And I do think it goes far above Sharon Moore. If you read some of John Bacon's books, some of them are very eye-opening and frightening, to say the least, at some of the things that have happened around the program throughout history. And in saying that, just to throw a quick shout out there to the University of Michigan, too, going back to even when I was a kid, Michigan has been ranked, I think, #1, or at least in the top 5 of academic institutions in Forbes magazine, countless number of times. I was always amazed at it. And that's something that the administration has actually hung their hat on over and over again, as they should, because first and foremost, it's an academic institution.
Right.
But like we've been talking about, Nick Saban, and you brought up something really neat earlier, TJ, about Nick Saban. You're absolutely right. Nick Saban was average at best when he was at Michigan State. Average at best, right? But they brought him in over at Alabama because they noticed something in him. But what
LSU. You want a title with LSU?
Exactly. Yeah. But what these programs did right is they threw all of their weight, all of their resources behind him once he got there. And I'm not saying that's not false what you said about Nick Saban going out and paying players and stuff. My brother was a University of Florida alum, and he knew that stuff going on a long time ago. The SEC's been doing that for years.
Yeah, it was a dirty open secret. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And we didn't want to be a part of that. We held ourselves to a higher standard, which is great.
We did.
And I'm glad that we did do that. But things have changed, as you guys have stated over and over again. Look at Indiana. That's another thing I want to shotgun out to you. And you've mentioned that a few times before, too. Look what happens when you herd a bunch of cats, get them all going in the same direction, and they're able to pull off something miraculous. You said it perfectly when you said that Indiana is punching up. They're punching above their weight class.
Right.
Michigan has all of the resources to do this. And that's why I'm bringing all this up. I think there's politics far above this. One of the things that I had read, some of the shenanigans that have gone on behind the scenes in the Michigan program for many decades now. First and foremost, a lot of the Board of Regents back then did not like Bo because he had too much weight on campus. They didn't like that. They were afraid of that. And I think there's still that fear there in the administration. Carr was upset towards the end of his tenure because he wanted to be the biblical figure in Michigan history that finally brought the national championship home. He wasn't. Bo was still on top. And I think there's some problems with that. You'd mentioned earlier in the program, why didn't younger Carr come to the University of Michigan? I think that's why. I really do. I think there's some.
Well, Michigan
politics.
focused on. Well, you're talking about Notre Dame's quarterback.
Yeah.
Well, Michigan made other quarterbacks priority, which, from my understanding, Carr felt disrespected. Which, he should, because he's a. Which, by the way, we wouldn't have minded him. He's looking good.
Yeah, of course.
But that rubbed him the wrong way. But we got his brother, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, and I still think, believe it or not, I think Carr has still played. Isn't he still on the Rose Bowl committee? Or wasn't he for a while?
Wasn't he what? I'm sorry. What was the question?
Wasn't he in the Rose Bowl committee for a while?
Lloyd Carr?
No, yeah, it wasn't Lloyd Carr. I'm thinking,
I don't know.
I was sorry. Okay. Anyways, I still think there's some politics in the background happening at the University of Michigan.
There's 100% politics in the background.
And I don't think everybody is on board. And I think that's one of the reasons why they settled. Not shouldn't say settled, but they like the option of Sharon Moore. He's not a headstrong person like Hardball.
Yep, that's what I said a couple minutes ago.
He's not gonna rock the boat.
He's a yes man,
right?
Yeah,
exactly. And I love Moore. I like some of the energy that he brings to the table. I really do.
Agree.
And I do think he's going to end up being a very good coach in the future, just like you said. But I don't think he's got the ability to make it work right now. And I think if somebody at Michigan would have had the foresight, they would have said, no, we realize that Harbaugh wants to hand him the keys, but we don't think he's ready yet. Let's give it another 2 or 3 years. He'll be the O-line coach or whatever he wants to do, and then let's rear him up. And I think that's one of the problems that I've had watching Michigan football for the past 20 years is we all go for the shiny new thing without really thinking things through and thinking about the long ball here, so to speak. And one of the things that I keep hearing over and over, and this is one of the questions that I wanted to ask you, TJ, as well, is everybody keeps saying, and you brought it up, Ohio State has been a powerhouse program for decades. Even when they were in their bad years, their Cooper years when we were kicking their butt up and down the field, they were still a really good program. Why can't we have nice things like that? So I think we can. We've got the resources, but what is your take on that? Why can't we do it?
All right. So first of all, there is 100%. The University of Michigan, all right, this is I'm gonna be honest. The topic you brought up here is layered, and I will only share what I've been told. But at the administration level, there's people calling shots that aren't regents, from what I've been told. And
I'm sure there's a lot of money.
Yeah, there's some big influence up there, and I've also been told it's very politically driven. It's very university. Very we know this. We see how they handle certain things, and so that's a major. Jim Harbaugh clashed. And Jim Harbaugh said
that's why they wanted him out.
Yeah, Jim Harbaugh said himself, "I wish I had an athletic director who would have my back against the Regents." He said that. It's in a book. So unfortunately, the truth is Michigan holds itself back at times because of its, for example, the president.
They're an education first university.
Absolutely, as they should be.
Mark Schlissel, the president you love.
Oh yes.
Fucking dude, he never visited the football program. Didn't give a shit about it. Now that's why Santa Ono, why I was such a fan, and then I'm not gonna lie, some U of M fans got mad at me because I stuck up for Santa Ono to an extent because I didn't agree with how that was handled. I thought it was poor taste by Michigan, and by creating an article with the New York Times and shit, that was fucked up. But long story short, Santa Ono was actually. Now, I know there's some political things that people don't agree with, and that's not where I'm going with this. But, in terms of sports department, for the athletic department, Santana was very, very pro athletics, and he was very good for the athletic department. I mean, he is the reason we have NIL today. Ward was not moving. And so the reality is if Michigan, the reason we talked about Ohio State earlier, their desire to win. If Michigan had the desire to win, we'd be unstoppable. We'd have those nice things you're talking about. Now, I will say this, though. We have I will say this. It does appear with the new NIL era, Michigan is supporting its university. The collective situation is in a good position. We have a lot of donors who are giving the university good money. And I'm optimistic. If we look at all of our sports teams, look at the hockey team, ranked number 1. Look at the basketball team, will be ranked number 1. Women's basketball, top 10. Okay, you have the gymnastics team winning national titles and shit. When I feel confident that this football team will be dominant. The donors, the most money's going to the football team. I'm very confident.
They bring the most money too. So
yeah, they do 100%. Them in basketball. Then basketball, from my understanding, hockey kind of breaks even a little bit. But I'm confident the football team will be dominant. But do we have the right man for the job is the question. Fucking Juju over here. I'm gonna have to give Juju a call too. I'm calling you later, Juju.
Yeah, it's just like it just seems like it's going the wrong direct. I worry it's going the wrong direction. Like that's what I worry.
What the football team?
Yeah, I worry that the football team is going the wrong. Like every day.
That I do think. Oops, sorry.
It just seems like there's aspects that, in terms of discipline and kind of all of those head coaching issues, I just see things getting worse in a lot of areas.
Let me give you potentially something to be confident about. I'm confident whoever the next coach is, they're going to spend big money for. Just like they did with Dusty. Just like they did with Dusty, bro. They're going to find the right guy. That's the thing about.
Got to get out of their way.
Yeah, Michigan can do whatever it wants. Like it really can do whatever it wants. It just has to be motivated. And I think, John, to your point, because I know a lot of the fan base has PTSD with the Hulk, Rich Rod era. You know, like we don't want to go back. You know, and it took a long time to get out of it. I feel, dude, as long as I'll be real too, I'm gonna be very honest. As long as the Ellisons are involved, I can't see the team falling that far back, and they won't allow it, bro. Like they're not just burning.
No, they won't.
They're not just burning. They are committing a large sum of money yearly to the athletic department. They're just not going to let that shit piss away. They're not going to piss that money away, man.
And here's one of the other things too. One of I remember listening to the speech when Harbaugh was brought in, and I remember cringing as soon as somebody asked the question, because I'm joking, but I think they were an Ohio plant, because they said, "Jim, what do you think about being called the savior of Michigan football?" I thought, that's going to rub some of the people there on the wrong way, because they did not want somebody. I still don't think the Board of Regents wants somebody as a head football coach that's looked up to like Bo was. And
right.
It just really, and I was just like, man, that's why we brought in Hoke, because he was kind of he cared more about his pizza kitchen at his house than he did about the football program at times. But things like that, he was easier. He was easier to keep underneath their thumb, and that's what bothered me. In order to have a big name football, look at Saban.
I was just going to say that. So you're saying Saban would never work here because he's too big. He's controlled.
I don't think they would allow him to, because he's got too much of a personality.
Yeah.
He wants the keys to the car and he wants to drive it. He'd be too big of a personality on campus. I don't think Michigan would allow
John Gruden would be another one.
So that's what I'm saying. I think there's a conflict here. Michigan has to decide what it wants to do from this point forward. Does it really want to be an elite program, and you have that personality on campus, and you kind of bow down to it a little bit? Or do you just want to be a good team or above average team? And that's fine too. Hey, that's great. But then don't spend $12 million on a kid that's got the potential to be one of the greatest quarterbacks in history and ruin his career and not train him up properly. You know, because if you're going to claim that you're an academic institution, great, but you're also teaching football too, right? You're also teaching these kids football, and you want them to be successful because they're going to be a brand name for you as the University of Michigan as well, right? So don't do the kids a disservice then and bring in all this elite talent and not develop them. You're doing a disservice to these kids. That's one of the other things that really kind of chaps my lower posterior, is when you do that and you don't develop the kids properly, you're not doing a service to the kids. That's what you're there to do. Ultimate goal, you're there to prepare the kids for their pros, for their professional career, whether that be in engineering, whether that be in education, whether that be in football, you know, whatever it may be. So make sure that you're doing that. There's a couple of things I'm gonna shotgun out to you too. One of the other cool things that I thought was another hint or maybe a jab, maybe he knew more something about it than the rest of us did, is when Urban Meyer on a broadcast, and I don't necessarily like the man, I don't necessarily like some of the things that he's done, but he said something pretty provocative. And I think he was talking to Charles Woodson when he spoke about this. He said, if you really want to figure out what's going on in the program, you've got to lift up the hood and find out what the problem is underneath. And that's why I bring up the point about the administration, the regents, and everybody above too, because I think, again, there hasn't been a decision made by all the powers that be. Do we really want to have this elite program or not? I think there's some people aren't making commitments. And then I'm going to stop talking from this point forward because I think I've made my point known. But I just want to hear more about what you folks think. And I really appreciate you too, TJ, telling me some of the interesting things that you've learned or that you've had insight to. If you've got any more insight like that, please share, because I think it would lend a lot to this program.
I'm sorry, what specifically? I'm trying to handle something on the back end. What specifically on insight? What do you mean?
It's just inside knowledge on some of the politics that happen in the higher up, the higher level portions of the organization. And so, because I do think that plays a part. We can't just blame Sharon Moore. We can't just blame the kids.
There's two regions I've been told, I won't name their names out of respect, but there's two regions who I've heard have a very strong voice and are difficult to adapt and evolve. And there's some of the more vocal ones, I'll just say that. So they're not like, they're the ones you see in the public eye, from my understanding. So it's just like for NIL, I mean, like they were not willing to evolve.
Why was that? Was it
because they thought it was immoral to pay players?
Yes, they thought it was immoral and against they didn't want to break the rules.
And they believed, so this is the arrogance in Michigan people talk about. They believed that because it's Michigan, they didn't need to do that.
Well, we believed that a long time ago after Lloyd Carr left, and that's why we were, if you read the story, I can't remember who the AD was at the time, but he was out on his sailboat on Lake Michigan or something, and there were a few calls about some coaches, high-profile coaches that they want to bring in. He said, "Oh no, I'll call them back later." Just take that with a grain of salt too, because I don't remember the exact story. I read that 20-something years ago in a book or what have you, but a piece of literature. But
from what I understand, there's a tension right now between a few of the Board of Regents, and on the other side, you've got Champions Circle, and you've got the people that are behind that. You've got the donors. Obviously, Sharon. Ward has come around somewhat from a couple of years ago. I think he's begrudgingly realized that it's important to have an NIL program. And he's released the opportunity for people to use the Block M, which used to be blocked.
Yeah.
Couldn't use the Block M in promotional materials. Yeah. So there have been strides, but there is still this tension. And I'm sorry to say, academics is going to win.
Okay.
Oh, of course, and that's fine too. But then don't make the all-out commitment to spend millions, if not billions, on
I agree.
Putting together.
And I'm hoping that enough breaks through where we can try to make Michigan an elite program and give it the resources. I just know that Sharon has next year guaranteed for sure. And Sharon would have to do pretty poorly, I think, to get fired next year.
Yeah.
So what I'm hoping at least is for some, just like he fired Kirk Campbell, I'm hoping he fires JB Brown and Bellamy, and we get some competent coaching in some of those positions. And I do think that's gonna help.
Forgive me here, I don't know enough about your both of your backgrounds here, but outside of this program, are you gentlemen influencers on the inside of the program, or have? I'm guessing that you do as well, maybe a little bit here and there, and I'm not asking you to
What regarding inside the program? Like what?
I'm just curious because I don't know enough about you, gentlemen. I'm just asking if you folks have any influence on the inside of the program.
We have zero influence. Like the only thing, bro.
I was just curious.
You're fine. You're fine. The only thing, bro, is we get fed things time to time from like players' parents sometimes. We know some people who are friends with some of the players. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So that's how we get a lot of our inside scoop. I mean, I know I have a guy that I know that goes to practice once a month who gives me stuff, but that's as far, like, we have zero impact on the program, bro. Like, I mean, our show may be able to influence opinions to an extent, but not to the size of a Sam Webb or anything, you know?
Yeah, I've had interactions with one of the regents, and I met some of them during my time at Michigan who are still there.
Well, that's good because then at least you have some sort of contact. You can throw bugs in their ears and so forth. I was just curious because I've got an old family contact too, who was a donor, and I don't know how influential they were. And this was something like 15 years ago when I went back to Ann Arbor for a game, and they had mentioned something off the cuff, and maybe you could confirm or deny this, but they wanted something more of a kid's coach there. Again, this was years ago. Somebody who was a little bit softer, wasn't as rough. And I thought that was kind of interesting because I'm not so sure that's the way you lead men. Especially on a football field. I think one of Harbaugh's quotes was, it was the last bastion of manhood, I think, in society. He said something like that. And I kind of related to that as a young man myself, too. Just thinking that, hey, yeah, you're a leader of men. You're not necessarily going out on the battlefield, per se. But in some ways it is. It's kind of a mockery of battle. You're getting down there on the front lines and having men. It's a violent sport. To be honest with you. But anyways, I really appreciate your time, gentlemen.
You're good, man. I appreciate you, man.
I know it's late. But again, I'm happy to listen to the show for another half hour or so if you guys are going to stay on. But just love
You're
your
our
takes
last
on
caller. I wanted to hear your take because I thought it was really fascinating. We talk about the administration and kind of the academics, athletics, push-pull that is part of Michigan.
I think there is. And again, Michigan has one of the most fantastic educational institutions in the world, and they should be very proud of that. It should always come first.
Yep.
Because that's what it's all about. But really, really good school. So go blue, gentlemen.
Go blue. All right. Whoa, my ears feel all.
Yeah, a little staticky, but it was an interesting call.
We got it. A couple of last supers here, and we'll move that. Okay, so Go Blue says Tress for sure should go. Too many injuries this year. And again, we're not saying that every injury is a strength and conditioning, but the soft tissue ones and like the things that aren't obvious football contact related injuries, they do have a strength and conditioning component. And I don't think we can deny that there's been a dip since Ben Herbert. And the question is he on, like, I hope that he's one of the coaches that they look at. Alex is a new Those Who Stay Will Be Champions member here at Michigan, the Voice of College Football. So thank you for that. Idris has gifted 5 memberships. So that's 5 people. And do I have them? Let's cut to it. I don't see them, but thank you. And all 5 of you, if you, Kings of the North got one, Shane got one, Gavda Goats, Walla is and Dylan is chillin' 5434. So all 5 of you, hit refresh, enjoy your emojis and your memberships. Thanks to Idris.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yes. Go Blue says Board of Regents didn't like Yost either. Wow. I didn't know that. That's going back to the early 1900s. That's wild. It's been a tension forever, but they just don't like coaches that get too big for their britches, and like Bo and obviously Jim Harbaugh, I think deservedly so, had some grievances. He wanted his team to be successful. And if he had somebody who had his back, he would have considered staying, I believe. I believe, but
listen, I believe that if Michigan had, I'm sorry, I'm doing something at the same time. My bad. I'm trying to send an email, but I believe if Michigan gave Harbaugh the Nick Saban treatment, I believe Harbaugh would have stayed. Now, granted, let me say this because I know a Buckeye's watching. The NCAA was after Jim Harbaugh, and they were out for blood. So I don't know what that would have resulted. You know, I don't know what the outcome would be. They were trying to get rid of him for sure.
Would the Board of Regents like to do away with athletics? I think some of them secretly would like.
I don't think so. No. I don't believe that. I think. I don't believe that. I think
the more science and well, I don't want to go down a rabbit hole. The point is, for some, athletics does not have a very high priority. And former President Schlissel, who was mentioned earlier in the show, great example of somebody who did not like athletics very much. He was very academic heavy.
That's true.
Jason, you think NCAA violations are going to hurt recruiting? I'm assuming.
No. Those are like dead and gone. We didn't really even have any. It's like there's zero impact. Like the only impact we're going to have is what we paid. The fine's already paid for. We had a donor. We had one donor step up and just pay that $35 million fine. Goodbye. And then Sharon Moore is going to be suspended. What, one game next year or two or some shit? I don't even know. I don't remember.
One at the game 1 of next year.
Yeah, whatever. You know, like whatever. So we're good.
Anyway, I don't really understand why we've got Ohio State people saying we're muting people. We're not muting people. What are you talking about? Like this shit. Like we're like Ted. You're posting.
Fuck you, Ted. Yeah, ain't no one muted, dog. Hey, listen, let me tell you something respectfully, bro. We don't run from Buckeyes, bro. Like, you're welcome to be here. We don't fucking mute nobody, bro. So get the fuck, prove it. No one's scared, dog. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. We're not afraid to debate or fucking argue with you guys. Like, what the fuck are we talking about, bro? Like, to be real, we're probably we might be the most generous podcast when it comes to rivalry banter because we fucking love it. I love shit talking. Ask fucking Steve. Steve gives me shit all the fucking time. We go back and forth, bro. No big deal. I don't give a fuck. You guys won today. Congratulations. You earned it.
Yeah. The only like if you try to chat and you're not subscribed.
Yeah, you gotta subscribe. I mean, that's a rule.
You've gotta subscribe. Like and I even made it easier. You only have to be subscribed for a day. I did have it set up. You had to be subscribed for a lot longer, and I moved it back to just a day. You're not subscribed for a day for the Ohio State show. Like this is the Ohio State postgame. Like, come on, people.
We don't. You're welcome to be here, bro. Like I don't know. I have zero reason to block any fucking buddy, bro. The only time anyone will ever be blocked, which by the way, I've never blocked a single person on this channel, but the only time it would ever happen is if they're fucking crossing lines, bro. Mm-hmm. Keep it respectful. Talk your shit though. Talk your shit. Keep it respectful. Whatever.
Yeah. There's been a few. But I save it for the most egregious situations. Unlike some Buckeye podcasts who ban people for saying hello. If they're not part of a cult, then okay, you can't be there's I'll say Buckeye Scoop, who they're literally they're banning now Buckeyes because they're not enough aligned with that. Like they're going off the deep end. Okay. So I just think like we try to welcome everybody, but for this show, the threshold's a little bit higher. Just got to be subscribed for a day. It's that simple. And thank you. We appreciate you, Robert Howard, as well. And now, you get to talk your shit for another 364 days.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we can talk back. Chill out. We're gonna talk back. But I mean, look, you got the right. You listen. You guys earned it. You won. Straight up. We got to take our fucking L and hope our team gets their shit together this offseason. That's just where we're at right now. And by the way, Your fan base is far more sensitive than our fan base. Bro. Like you guys get upset all the fucking time, man.
Yep. Well, that's it. So we're up to date with super chats, which means 6 hours plus today, and I went another 3.5 before this. So
we got another one.
We got another one. DJ Khaled.
Appreciate
Go
you.
Blue with getting in here. I've been to several college stadiums in the SEC and ACC. OSU fans are by far the worst out there. Just saying.
They're sensitive, man. Because, dude, here's the reality about Ohio State fans. They don't know what it's like not to be good. So they're the spoiled rich kid. They're the spoiled rich kid. Now, they would say, oh, Michigan's spoiled rich kid. They got all the money. No, you're not hearing me. One, you guys don't know how to play fucking nice with others. You guys are a lot of your fan base is fucking scummy dirtbags, and you know it. You fucking know it. You're sensitive. A lot of your fan base is thin-skinned, sensitive, because you know what? I mean, shit, you guys lost to us and death threatened your fucking coach. That's how crazy your fan base is. And guess what? Nick Saban calls you guys out all the time. He just called you guys out again last week saying you guys need therapy. Okay? So even though he said that before. But point being is, listen, there's some good Buckeyes out there, though. Okay?
Yes.
We know them. But y'all know your fan base is a little fucking wild. But at the end of the day, you're the most consistent winning program in the modern era. You get a hats off for that. Fuck you guys, though. We're coming for you next year.
I just listened to Garrison go off for 20 minutes, and the only thing that I pushed back on was his talk about the Michigan's corner, like defensive backs, and because I thought that Jair Hill had his best game today. But that was literally the one thing that I stopped him on, and I was like, hey, we should, but like I let him go. Like the thing is, they deserve to talk their shit today. They beat us. And now we've got to respond. Now we've got the off season. We got to push. We got to get better. Right?
Yeah.
Goop says, would Michigan be the top job if we fired more? No.
I think LSU would be higher.
LSU is definitely higher.
But that's the only one I can think of. I mean, we were ahead of Penn State. Florida's available. What other jobs open? There's Florida. We're better than Florida, though. I mean, but Florida has one thing. It has two things we don't have. It's warm weather, clearly, and it's excellent location for a recruiting footprint. Like you're in Florida, like you're in Florida.
Penn State,
Penn State, Florida, and then LSU, the two big ones. I mean, the three big ones.
Auburn, Arkansas.
Wait, Auburn fired? Oh, they did fire the coach, didn't they?
They fired Hugh.
We're higher than Auburn, so that doesn't matter. And Auburn's kind of unique.
I think Michigan would be higher than everybody except LSU.
Yeah, I agree. And we're a top 5 job, dude. We're a top 5 job.
But I still think that given how many jobs are open up, it'd be very hard for Michigan to get a top tier coach.
I'll say this though. Let's say if LSU and Michigan were battling, it would come down to what's the best fit for the coach, because we're a northern school. That's a southern school. They are different types of people, man. Like the southern schools have like your Lane Kiffins. That'd be a great spot for a Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin, Michigan would be the best spot for Lane Kiffin. Like, I don't know if it would work. Quite honestly, it'd probably clash. He'd probably clash with the Regents. So you got to find the right guy, right? Like the northern schools are not like the southern schools, but Ohio State is the most similar to a southern school than any of the northern schools.
Yeah, I do think, I mean, it's literally the decision any moment is probably that Lane Kiffin is taking $100 million to go to LSU. And that is expected any moment tonight, maybe first thing in the morning, but it's coming. And when that, and like, so that's off the board. So my point is, I just don't see that it'll happen this year. But you know who I would love is, and I'm not saying him, but somebody like that lunatic Dan Lanning. I fucking love that guy.
Bro, fucking Cocaine Dan.
I love Cocaine
Dan, bro. I love Dan. I love Cocaine Dan, bro.
I mean, you want to talk about someone who's intense, enthusiasm unknown to mankind.
I know. I agree.
somebody who he's a defensive minded, but he still understands offense. And he knows who to hire to make that happen.
Right.
And look, they won a Big Ten championship last year. Like they've won something.
Yeah, no, I would, dude. And not only that, like he's got Phil Knight, we got the Ellisons. I mean, that's what we need, dude. We need somebody who's like a Kirk Cinetti or a Dan Lanning. Like that's the right fit for Michigan. I don't know who that is at the moment. Like I'm not aware of any targets that are, but I mean, I wouldn't have been aware of Kirk Cinetti either. They're out there, you know, like James Madison. I was aware of James Madison, but like I wasn't like on top of Kirk Cinetti, you know? So
yeah, Bob Chesney is the guy that I would at least want to talk to.
Which one's that coach? That's
he is the current coach of James Madison.
Oh, you want to go James Madison route again, like Kurt?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about him, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, he's 11-1 this year. He went 9-4 last year, 11-1 this year. And you know, they've lost one game. They are Sun Belt East Division champions, and they're going to the Sun Belt Championship. They've lost to Louisville, but they beat Coastal Carolina 59-10. Pretty good. And they beat Washington State. Pretty good, you know.
Yeah.
That's somebody in the Power 5, Power 4.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, with that said, let's see. Do we have any other? Nope. Looks like that's it. Awesome.
We made it, John.
We have made it.
How long did we go? Like, how long was the other stream? This was 2 hours.
4.5. We've gone 6.5.
Wow.
And
so we went.
And I went another. Yeah, we definitely went beyond the time.
I know, and you did your fucking.
Yeah.
That's crazy. We lost and we still ran long. Look at that shit. Look at that. See, we don't run. I don't go fuck.
No, we don't run from any. And we even got respect from a couple of Buckeyes who've been talking some shit today.
I think we are possibly the most liked podcast from Buckeyes. Possibly. I'm not sure there's another one. See,
Yoder?
What's funny about this is
Us and Yoder, I feel like.
This is Bugs. Well, that's not the greatest compliment. But dude, this dude here is Bugsy's dad. He's always giving me shit, bro. He's always giving me shit. But hey, respect. We'll take it.
Hell yeah. So I mean, as always, want to thank the members. I was hanging with the members for like 3.5 hours to watch the game with. That was fun.
Our Juju's going through it, man. I'm gonna have to give Juju a call.
Yeah. You might want to just do a wellness check on him. But just want to thank everybody for supporting, for being a member, or for watching, or for hitting the like button, super chatting, whatever. Like y'all, we love y'all. Fuck Ohio, but also good game. And look at all this. Like,
yeah, I know it's appreciated. Just know it's appreciated, boys. We appreciate.
Oh, I'm just saying, Daniel, that I think that
beef with Yoder. No, all right.
I just know that Yoder's on a lot of Yoder's on a lot of Ohio State podcasts as a guest. Well, like I've seen him on multiple different ones, and there's some relationships there.
And the reason I made my comment is because he's kind of outside looking in. Like a lot of the fan base doesn't love what he did. For like, you know, like there are things that like, you know, the university sent him a letter. You know what I mean? Like there's things, I don't know, I don't really need to go down that road, but you know, there's things that rubbed some of the fan base wrong. So that's why I made the comment I made. I have zero issues with James Yoder. He's doing his thing. I actually, you know, I respect entrepreneurs. He's an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm big on business people, man. Like I'm big on people fucking taking chances and fucking building their own path. So like he's done that with Chat Sports. So good on him. Like that's one thing about like people give James Yoder shit all the fucking time. Bro, he fucking built something and he makes good money. You know, like whatever.
At Chat Sports, he's doing it. He's doing it, and respect
he's got
for
money.
that.
Like I don't think people realize he's got money. Like he's done well.
No beef here. We don't do beef.
I got no issue. Whatever. Do your thing, bro.
Oh man, Juju really is going through it. Holy shit. So anyway, thanks everybody for stopping by. I believe that Mark Rogers will be going live at some point if he isn't live already. So check that out. You know, he does his end of day wrap up. So we'll probably be seeing that later. I hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving. and are spending some time with their loved ones. Because look, it's just football. At the end of the day, it's about each other. It's about friends. It's about family. It's about shooty hoops. We got basketball undefeated. Like, shit's gonna be all right. And hey, might have a crack at Texas in the Citrus Bowl. Could go 10-3.
Woo!
Look out.
At least we get another game, and then we got a long off season.
Shout out In-N-Out. That's a hell yeah, dude. Fucking love In-N-Out. Well, I think we need a little bit. Okay, Daniel, we need a little bit. There's some people going through it in the chat. I don't know if you noticed that.
It's been a tough day.
It's been a tough day, okay?
If you're a Lions fan, it's a tough week, bro. We lose Thursday, and then Frank Ragnow's back, and then he has a grade 3 hamstring strain or tear, and he's fucking out for the year now. Terrible.
Oh, and also thank you to Win Agency, Healthy Dogma, bestpokersite.com. All of y'all, you guys help us out and keep this thing running. So everybody, we appreciate you. Any final thoughts before we sign off?
Fuck Ohio.
Fuck Ohio, but good game, but fuck Ohio.
Fuck Ohio.
All right. We'll end with a message from Mark Rogers, and we will see you next time, which will be Michigan Mondays with Minnie. No.
Maybe. I don't know if I want to talk about the game. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'll coordinate. We'll figure it out.
Well, definitely. Yeah. So we'll figure it out. All right. Till then, go Blue. We'll see you soon.
Go Blue. Fuck Ohio.
College football is even more exciting when you've got some action on the line, and the games are even better when you're cashing in. And the Voice of College Football is the place to be to get the greatest value. Start with my picks. 75% against the money line, 58% against the spread, and I've got a 40-plus year track record. 11-0 in the college football playoff for me last year against the money line, 8-3 against the spread. And I'm just the warm-up act. Steve Merrill of Wager Talk is our ace in the hole, show stopper. 7 years with the Voice of College Football, over 30 years in the industry. Steve gives us analysis on all the big games, but you can't miss Steve's weekly under-the-radar pick. 28-12 against the spread the last 3 years. You also get picks from some of our top analysts here at the Voice of College Football, including Corey Bratta, Matt Zemek, and Steve Dace. Check out those numbers. Become a YouTube or Patreon member for just $99 per month. Go to the main channel on YouTube, click join, and then select the betting tier. Do the same thing on Patreon. Make 2025 a winner now.